Okay, so we're going to recap a little bit of the end of Act 1, Scene 5, is where we see Hamlet is, you know, visibly and emotionally distraught after seeing his father. Um, this is a tragedy. It's the story is a tragedy based off of revenge, and so the vow that Hamlet makes to his father is, "I'm going to avenge your death." Here's a little bit about um, this revenge story than most revenge stories that we see, where people are seeking retribution. Is that this story tends to develop more around morality. It tends to evolve around oneself, an idea. As they go through this plot of revenge, it's not just a bloodthirsty, we're just going after to kill people, to just to get revenge. It's a polarizing story where it's more concerned with, thought, uh, moral questioning than with just bloody action. And so, one of the central themes that you really see in this is Hamlet's constantly questioning things. He has the inability to find the moral truths. The how do I do this? How does this work? How do I work this towards revenge? And so there's a lot of thought that goes into this, and it's not just bloody action. So that's one of the things that we see here. Another idea that we kind of look at is Hamlet's decision about acting like he's mad and crazy. And by the end of the story, you kind of are like, is this dude really crazy or not? And so you're trying to figure this out the whole time. Is he doing this for looks? Is he doing this, to throw people off his tracks, or does he really become and actually go mad? Because he is very erratic. He is very nervous. He is very unpredictable. We don't know if it's an act or if it's a reality that takes hold. And so that's another thing we need to kind of look at as we read through Act 2 and we see things that happen. Is this real? Is this a real behavior? Or is this a fake behavior? And so I want you guys to kind of focus on that as well. Now, with Act 2, Scene 1, we really are looking at basically Polonius and how Polonius is reacting to certain things. Polonius is worried about his son. He sends Ronaldo to take his son money, to check on his son, to kind of spy on his son, see what his son's doing, Laertes. So that's the first little part of that. Which really is kind of, he's just a dad checking on his son. The next thing is where Ophelia comes in, and Ophelia is upset. Ophelia is, which is Polonius' daughter, is upset that Hamlet is acting crazy. And so she's saying that he grabbed her and just looked at her and sighed and, was acting weird. And so Polonius is like, it's got to be because you're distancing yourself from him. Polonius has no idea what's going on, and he has no idea of Hamlet's intentions. So he's saying it's because of love sickness, it's of grief, it's of sadness. And so he really wants to just go deal with this by dealing with the king. He doesn't want to go directly to Hamlet because, he'd rather go to the king. He's the king's side man. So, it's a very short, quick scene, but that's kind of what it entails, is just those two things. But those two things are setting up action for later in the story. So one of the main things that I really want you guys to think about, and Polonius sets this up when he sends Ronaldo and talks to Ronaldo, is the theme, that idea of words can be used to manipulate and bend the truth. When you ask people leading questions, when you phrase questions that'll seem inoffensive, when you are passive aggressive. Those are some things that we look at here, how words and how we use words and how words are said and how the context and connotation of words are said really affects things in a story. So be sure that we're paying attention to that as well.